put this here. Okay.
Okay.
So we are ready.
Thank you, bro. So thank you, everyone. I have a Sunday feast to give. So I wanted to discuss some pastimes of Krishna and Balram and some lessons to be learned. So you can give me some feedback so I can improve. So every morning, Krishna and Balram will go out to herd the cows, and all the boys would be so excited. And they played many, many games in the forest, hide and seek and thieves and robbers, and all the games that we played as a child. They all these games are originating from the spiritual world. Krishna and the cowherd boys, they would imitate the singing of the honeybees and the parrots and the cuckoos, swans. They would be dancing with the peacocks, imitating the frogs. You can see here Krishna is uh, imitating the frog. This boy is imitating the bird. So Krishna would say, just see how the peacocks, they don't know how to dance properly. I will go and teach them. And he will go and he would join the peacocks and he would start dancing. You can see that Krishna is showing the peacock how to dance. And Krishna would dance so artistically that all the peacocks will be mesmerized. So sometimes Balram will get tired and he will rest his head on the lap of a gopa and Krishna would massage his feet. And sometimes Krishna would take a rest and other boys would massage his feet and fan him and play flute. Also, they will have a picnic in the forest. All the cowherd boys will sit in a circle. It would be like the whirl of a lotus flower, and Krishna would be sitting in the center with all his friends encircling him. And by the Yogmaya potency of Krishna, every cowherd boy would think that, oh, Krishna is directly looking at me. And he's sitting with me, I'm sharing my lunch with him, and they would play many jokes on each other. Our acharyas give some jokes. So one boy, he took a samosa and he broke it open and emptied out the vegetables and filled the samosa with jasmine flower petals and closed it and gave it to another gopa, his friend, and said, oh friend, just see this, my mother has made this nice samosa, why don't you taste it? So these this samosa is filled with jasmine flowers. The jasmine flowers, they smell very nice but they are very bitter. So when this boy bit into the samosa, he made a very bitter face and others started laughing. And out of ecstatic anger, this gopa started beating the gopa who gave him the samosa. So um, everyone laughed and exchanged this intimate love with each other. One gopa said, oh, look at these monkeys, they are looking at your lunch, they want to steal your lunch. So this gopa looks up and this other gopa, he steals something from his plate. So like that, cowherd boys are joking with each other and they would steal each other's lunch bags and they have so much fun. So in one of the purports, Prabhupada writes that the real purpose of life is to go back home, back to Godhead and live with Krishna and play with Krishna and dance with Krishna and eat with Krishna. In Jaladuta, when Srila Prabhupada was coming to America in the cargo ship, Prabhupada was facing a lot of difficulty. He was having seasickness and 2 heart attacks. But at that time, that very difficult time, he was remembering these cowherd boys. And Srila Prabhupada writes in his diary, তুমি মোরা চিরা সাথী ভুলিয়া মায়ার লাঠি খাইয়েছে জন্ম জন্মান্তরে আজি পুনায় সুযোগা যদি হয় যোগা যোগা তবে পারি তুহি মিলিবারে তোমারা মেলনে ভাই আবার সে সুখা পাই গোচারণে ঘুরি দিন ভোরা কাটা বনে ছুটা ছুটি বনে খায় লুটাপুটি সেই দিন কাবে হবে মোরা. So Prabhupada is writing, oh Lord Krishna, you are my eternal companion. Forgetting you, I have suffered the kicks of Maya, birth after birth. If today the chance to meet you occurs again, then I will surely be able to rejoin you. Oh, dear friend, in your company, I will experience great joy once again. In the early morning, I will wander about the cowherd pastures and fields, running and frolicking in the many forests of Raj. I will roll on the ground in spiritual ecstasy. Oh, when will that day be mine? So, spiritual world is a place where Krishna and his devotees are simply enjoying. They are merrymaking. There is no work. They don't have to go to work 9 to 5, work hard. They are only playing and frolicking with Krishna in the spiritual world. And Srimad Bhagavatam says that these cowherd boys, they are so fortunate that they are joking and laughing and playing with Krishna because they have accumulated results of transcendental pious activities, Krita Punya Punja, for many, many lifetimes. इत्थं सतां ब्रह्म सुखानुभूत्या दास्यं गतानं परदेवतेन मायाश्रितानं नरदारकेन साकं विजृकित punya. So they have accumulated heaps of spiritual credits to be able to play with Krishna. So we can also think, when will I accumulate, heaps of spiritual credits that I can also join Krishna and Balaram, playing with them. So we should think that when we chant Hare Krishna mantra, each mantra that we are chanting is adding to our spiritual bank balance. So that's why Chaitanya Charitamrita say, Khayate shuete yatha tatha naam le, kal desh niyam nahi sarva siddhi hoy. Whatever you are doing, while eating, while sleeping, going here and there, you should always be chanting the Hare Krishna mantra. Every mantra counts. Every mantra is putting, with every mantra we are increasing our spiritual bank balance. And then when we have accumulated heaps of these spiritual credits, then we can be allowed to enter into Golok Vrindavan. So we should be very greedy to earn more and more of this spiritual wealth. Tatra lolyamapi mulyam ekalam janma koti sukritina labhyate. There is only one price to enter into the kingdom of God, and that is intense greed. Intense greed to obtain Krishna Prem. So when Krishna and Balaram, they would be playing in the forest, every day, right before lunchtime, a demon would come. Kansa was sending all these demons to kill Krishna. Every day new demon would come. Aghasur, Bakasur, Arishtasur, Vatsasur, like that. So Radhanath Maharaj was saying in one class that, we see that there are dangers coming also in the lives of the devotees. Now, as a devotee, one should not expect that, there will be no distress, no danger in my life. Srila Prabhupada used to say, danger must be there because we are in a dangerous place. There is padam yadvipadam, danger at every step. So, but we should do what the cowherd boys do when there is danger, when these demons come. They would call out to Krishna and Balaram for help. Like, Krishna, Krishna Mahavira, Hera Mamoga Vikrama, Davagni Nadayamanan, Prapannam Stratum Arhata. So one time, these cowherd boys, they were in midst of a forest fire, and they were burning, and they called out for help. Oh Krishna, Krishna, most powerful one, oh Ram, whose prowess never fails, please save your devotees who are about to be burned by this forest fire and have come to take shelter of you. So we are also being burned by the forest fire of this material world, samsara, davanal, adi bhautik, adi devik, adi atmik kleshas. So when we chant the Hare Krishna mantra, this is also a call for help. I need help. Please protect me. Please save me. So now each of the demons that were coming in Krishna Leela, they represent some anartha in our heart. In Kali Yuga, the demons are not outside, but we have divine and demoniac qualities within us. So we see that in Krishna Leela, most of the demons are killed by Krishna, but some of the demons are killed by Balaramji. So like Dhenukasur, Pralambasur, Dvavida Korala, we have Mushtik, Rukmi, Romaharshan Sudal are some of those demons who are killed by Balaram. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur writes in Chaitanya Shikshamrita that the anarthas that are represented by the demons that Krishna kills, um, the devotee has to just humbly pray to Krishna, and Krishna will mercifully destroy the demons within the heart of the devotee. But for the anarthas that are presented by the demons that Balramji kills, mercy alone does not work. The devotee must put his endeavor to rid these anarthas. So it is mercy and endeavor both. Demons will be destroyed by the determined efforts of the devotee. So once the Gopas, so we will talk about two personalities that are killed by Balram. One is Dhenukasur and the other is Romaharshan Sutta in this class. So once the Gopas, they spoke to Krishna and Balram that in the Talvan forest there are some palm trees with very delicious fruits. But there is a demon, Dhenuka, who's guarding the forest, and he has also his other demon friends, and he would not allow anybody to eat those fruits. And Dhenukasur, he eats even man alive, and birds are even afraid of flying over that place. No one has ever tasted those sweet smelling fruits. So, Krishna, if you think it's a good idea, let us go there and enjoy those fruits. So this is how the devotees they request the Lord. Krishna, if you so desire, please do this. Now when Srila Prabhupada was sick and devotees asked him, how should we pray for you, Prabhupada? So Prabhupada said, you can pray like this. Krishna, if you so desire, you can cure our spiritual master. There's a verse by Prithu Maharaj in Canto 4 where Prithu Maharaj is saying that Krishna, you are like my father, I am your son. You know what is good for me, so please you give me whatever you think is best for me. So this is how the devotees pray. Krishna, if you so desire. Another thing is that Acharyas say that Gopas, they are not asking these fruits for themselves, but they understand that Krishna and Balram, they are hungry, so they should enjoy these tal fruits. So to please the Gopas, Krishna and Balram, they went to the forest, and Balram, he shook the tree, the palm tree, and so many fruits fell. And hearing the sound of the fruits falling, Dhenuka, he came running to the scene, and he hurled his two hind legs at Balram. But Balram caught him from behind his hind legs, and he whirled him around and threw him on the top of the tree. And because of the weight of Dhenukasur, many of the trees fell, and there were other demons, his friends, as demons, also attacked, and Krishna and Balram again whirled them around and threw them at the top of the trees, and it created a very panoramic scene. And demigods, they showered flowers and offered music and prayers and glorification of Krishna and Balram for killing these demons, because these demons are actually tormenting the demigods, and Krishna and Balram have come to Indrari Vyakulam Loke to relieve them of anxiety, the demigods. So demigods are very happy each time a demon is killed. So in Garga Samhita, the past life of this demon is discussed. Who was Dhenukasur in his previous life? So in his previous life, Dhenukasur was a son of Bali Maharaj. His name was Sahasika. And he's coming in the family lineage of Prahlad Maharaj. And that is the reason Krishna does not kill him directly, because when Krishna came as Lord Nrsingadev, he promised Prahlad Maharaj that I would not kill any of your descendants. But we see that Krishna is not killing Dhenukasur, but he let Balram kill him. So it is mentioned that Sahasika, he was enjoying with 10,000 women on the Gadamandan mountain. And he was intoxicated with 3 W's: wine, woman, and wealth. And the result of such intoxication is that one becomes proud and he offends saintly persons. This same thing that happened with Nal Kavera Manigriva. So on this Gadamandan mountain, there was Durvasa Muni who was meditating in a nearby cave, and there was the sounds of women laughing in their ankle bells. So his meditation broke, and Durvasa Muni became very angry, and he cursed Sahasika. Oh fool, what are you doing here? You're so dull-headed. Don't you understand that this is a very sacred place? It is meant for performing austerities. and you're doing sense gratification here, you're just like an ass. You are dull-headed. So you become an ass. So he cursed Sahasika to become an ass, a donkey. But then Sahasika, he came to his senses and he begged for forgiveness. And Durvasa Muni then said to him that, okay, I forgive you. So 400,000 years from now, in the city of Mathura, in the forest of Talwan, you will attain liberation by the hands of Balram. So he gave him this blessing. So now Bhaktivinoda Thakur in his Chaitanya Shikshamrita, he is writing what this demon represents, what anartha it represents in our heart. So Dhenukasura represents the anartha of gross material intelligence and ignorance of spiritual knowledge. And Balramji killing this demon means that spiritual master will remove ignorance from his disciple. Balramji represents spiritual master, Guru. And Guru removes ignorance from his disciple. That's why we say, Om Agyanatamirandasya Gyananjana Shalakya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. That I offer my respectful obeisances to my spiritual master who has opened my eyes, which was blinded by the darkness of ignorance, with the torchlight of knowledge. So the first ignorance that is within us is that I am this body. And everything associated with this body is mine. I, me, and mine. Ahankara and Mamakara. And Dhenukasur represents the proprietorship mentality. This is mine. Ahankar means we have this pride that I am great. I am the doer. And there is Mamakar. Mamakar means these things are mine. I am the enjoyer. So like Hiranyakashipu and Ravan, they were thinking, I am the master of the three worlds. Now, we are not as wealthy as Ravan and Hiranyakashipu, but we also have a ahankar. Like we say, beggar is also proud of his penny. Like there is one beggar who has one penny in his begging bowl, and the other beggar has two pennies, and this other beggar is thinking, oh, I am better than this beggar, I have two pennies. A beggar is proud of his penny. So whether we are a billionaire or we are a beggar, we can be proud of even a small possession that we have. But we should understand that everything that we have is actually given by Krishna. Krishna is a real proprietor of everything. Ishavasyam idam sarvam yat kincha jagatyam jagat. Everything animate, inanimate is controlled and owned by Krishna. Actually, Dhenukasur, he is coming in Krishna's territory. But he's imagining Krishna's property as his own. And he's thinking, oh, this is my place. This is my forest. These are my trees. These are my fruits. Nobody else can enjoy these fruits. This was his mentality. But everything in this world is Krishna's property, meant for Krishna's enjoyment. Even our own body, it is Krishna's property. It is like an apartment that Krishna has given to us on rent. Anytime he can ask us to vacate. So that's why Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he writes in his song, Manaso deho geho jo kichu mor arpiyo tuva pade nanda kishor. Oh Krishna, my mind, my body, my family members, my house, everything is your property. You do whatever you like to do with them. I have surrendered them at your lotus feet. And surrendering all these things to you, now I'm free from all anxiety. Maro bhi rakho bhi jo ichha tumhar, nitya das prati tuva adhikar. And even my own body is your property, so you can protect me or you can kill me. Whatever you wish you like to do with me, I am just your servant. So that should be our mood. Nothing is mine and everything is given to me by Krishna, and he can take it away anytime he wants. So in that way we don't have any anxiety. Another thing that Dhenukasur represents is that, Dhenukasur is a donkey, and donkey is supposed to be foolish. And so many times Krishna speaks in Bhagavad Gita this word mudha. Mudha means foolish. Namam dushkritano mudha prapadyante naradma. Those who are grossly foolish, whose knowledge has been stolen by illusion, they do not surrender to me. Prakriti kriyamanani guna karmani sarvasha ahankara vimudhatma kartamiti mane vimudhatma vishesh mudha. These spirit souls who are bewildered by false ego, they think themselves to be the doer of activities. So we can see that people, they are working hard day and night, just like a donkey. And if you ask them why they're working hard, they say that, oh, I want to earn my livelihood. That's why I'm working hard. So, but Prabhupada says that grass is available everywhere for the donkey, but he doesn't eat that grass. He works for a washerman very hard and carrying all the heavy burden for him. And at the end of the day, the washerman will give him little grass, and this donkey would think, "Oh, this washerman is so nice. He's so merciful to me. He's giving me this grass. I will continue to work for him." But Prabhupada says that the elephants in the jungle, they are getting tons of food to eat, and even ants in a hole. There's so many ants in the hole of a room, and they are getting things to eat. Everybody gets their food by Krishna's arrangement. They are not working in the company 9 to 5 or going to college to earn a degree, but still they are getting their food. Now, this does not mean that we are asking everybody to leave their jobs and sit at home and money will come automatically. But the point is that we should not over endeavor. In the name of bringing food, clothing, and shelter, we should not be working 15 or 20 hours a day like a donkey and forget the most important goal of human life. Srimad Bhagavatam says, Kamasya nendriya priti labho jiveta yavata jivasya tattva jigyasa nartho yas cheha karma bhi. Life's desire should not be directed towards sense gratification. One should desire only a healthy life or self preservation, because the life of a human being is meant for actually inquiring about the absolute truth. Nothing more should be desired by one's occupational service. So, actually, how fortunate Dhenukasur was that Krishna and Balram came to him. He got an opportunity to serve them. He should have offered them a sitting place and given them some fruits, and he would have become fortunate in serving Krishna this way. Because the more we give Krishna, more Krishna gives us. More we hold back, more Krishna holds back. Like we have the example of the fruit vendor lady who came to Krishna. Whatever she had, she gave to Krishna. Krishna was saying, I want these fruits, I love these fruits. So the lady said, okay, you can have as many fruits as you want. And in return, Krishna gave her little grains of rice. And she was like, okay, that's fine. She didn't think that her children at her home were starving. How would she feed her children? She didn't care. I just want to please Krishna. And Krishna gave her back in abundance and filled her basket with precious jewels. Sudama also, the only thing that he had was chipped rice, and he was very shy to give it to Krishna, and Krishna snatched it from him. And in return, Krishna gave him so much. He built him a Sudama Puri, just like Krishna has this Dwaraka Puri. Same, he built for Sudama this Sudama Puri and became very rich. Krishna does not need anything from us, but if we give Krishna, we become very fortunate. Also, Kubja's example is there. In Mathura, Krishna saw this Kubja, hunchback lady, and from far he said, "Oh Sundari, where are you going? And I would like to have this chandan that you are carrying." And Kubja was having this chandan, she was taking it to Kansa. And Kubja was so mesmerized with seeing Krishna and Balram's beauty that she offered her chandan to them and applied the chandan on their face. She didn't fear. She didn't think what would Kansa do to her if she offers that chandan to Krishna and Balram. And in return, we see Krishna made Kubja a very beautiful young girl. On the other hand, we have the pastime of a washerman. Who in Mathura, Krishna asked him that give me these clothes. I would like to have these clothes. And he said, no, these clothes belong to Kansa. So, but Krishna, he killed this washerman, right? So one became fortunate and one became unfortunate. Fortunate by serving Krishna, offering him something. So Krishna, he is easily pleased. He's not asking for big expensive things. If one offers him little flower, fruit, water, or leaf, Krishna says he is easily pleased. But it should be offered with love and devotion. Patram pushpam phalam toyam yome bhaktya prayachati. So one time Srila Prabhupada was talking about this verse and he broke down in his class. Srila Prabhupada was talking about the pastime of Sanatan Goswami, who would be sitting under a different tree every night in Vrindavan, and he had a deity of Madan Mohan. He was hanging his deity on the tree, and he was a sannyasi, so he was begging, and whatever he got, he would offer it to his Madan Mohan. So one time Madan Mohan told Sanatan Goswami, "Oh Sanatan, you're bringing all these dry chapatis. They are very stale. I cannot eat them. Just okay, offer me a little salt so that I can eat these chapatis." So the Sanatan Goswami was saying that, "Oh Lord, I give you whatever I get. I'm a sannyasi. I don't have anything. And today, if I give you salt, tomorrow you will ask me for ghee. How will I be able to provide you? Just kindly accept whatever I offer you." So Srila Prabhupada in his class, he was saying that, Krishna had to eat that because the bhakta is offering. He cannot refuse. The real thing is bhakti. What you can offer to Krishna. Everything belongs to Krishna. What you have got, what is your value, and what is the value of your things? It is nothing. Therefore, real thing is bhakti. A real thing is your feeling. Krishna, kindly take it. I have no qualification. I am most rotten, fallen, and Prabhupada is weeping while saying this. And I have brought this thing for you. So please take it. Please accept it. Don't be puffed up. Always be careful. You're dealing with Krishna. So patram, pushpam, phalam, toyam, flower, fruit, water, or leaf. Krishna only has given it to us. What can we offer him? But we can offer our love and devotion. We can't grow even a single grain in the laboratory. The only thing is that we can work at a job and get some money and purchase these things, right? And even the ability to work at the job is coming from Krishna. Shabda khe paurusham narshu. Krishna is the ability in men. So what is that we can offer to Krishna? So whatever we have, we should try our best to give to Krishna. Everybody's best is different, so we should not compare. Like with the example of squirrel and Hanuman. Hanuman was bringing mountains. Squirrel was putting some dust particles to make that bridge. But for Lord Ram, both of them were equal because they were doing the best to their ability. Krishna is bhavagrahi. He's looking for our bhav. He's not looking for externals. When Krishna went to Mathura as a peace messenger to Kauravas, so Duryodhan had cooked Chappan Bhog, 56 items, but he was very crooked. His internal intention was he wanted to have Krishna on his side, so they become more powerful. So, not that he had cooked these items with his love and devotion. So Krishna rejected that. He didn't eat that. Instead, he went to Vidur's place. And Vidur was not there, so Vidurani, she was so surprised seeing Krishna and so awed by seeing his beauty that whatever she had, she only had bananas, and she was offering it to Krishna, peeling the bananas. Actually, threw away the banana pulp and offering Krishna banana peel, and Krishna was happily eating her banana peel. So the main thing is our bhav that Krishna is tasting. So when we are doing chanting also Hare Krishna mantra, we should be chanting, and the chanting should not be lip deep, it should be heart deep, with all our bhav, our emotions that we are offering to Krishna. Otherwise, bahu janma kare yadi shravana kirtan tabu na paye Krishna pade prem dhan. We can be chanting for many, many lifetimes, hundreds and thousands of rounds every day, but we will not get Krishna prem. Even few rounds we chant with a lot of bhav, crying out to Krishna, praying to Krishna. It is much, much more worth than chanting thousands of rounds mechanically, just lip deep, with no emotions, just dry chanting. So, like Krishna was telling Sanatan Goswami, give me a little salt. I can't eat these dry chapatis. So sometimes when we are chanting mechanically, Krishna is also saying to us, can you please add some salt to your chanting? I'm not tasting this chanting. It's not tasty, this chanting. So what does that mean? Can you please add some salt to your chanting? So devotees have created an acronym for this salt, SALT. S stands for sorry. So we chant in the mood of repentance, Dainya Bhav. Oh, Krishna, I'm so fallen. I'm so insignificant. I make so many mistakes, but I have no qualification. But please give me your mercy. And asking for some spiritual benefit. Oh, Krishna, please remove these anarthas from my heart. Krishna, please engage me in your service. Krishna, please let me associate with advanced devotees so I can progress. And listening, L stands for listening, which means we should be listening our mantras that we are chanting very attentively. And T stands for thanking. We should be very grateful. We should feel very grateful to Krishna, for he has given us this ability to chant. You know, Mahatma Das Prabhu's quote is that I love to chant, I get to chant, and I want to chant. I get to chant. It's a very rare opportunity that we have gotten in this human form, that we have the association of devotees and we are chanting the holy name, and we have been given some time that we can chant. So we should be thanking Krishna for so many things that he has given us. So when we chant, we can offer high quality mantras. So it is tasty for Krishna. So whatever we possess, whatever abilities we have, instead of becoming proud, we should offer it to Krishna. We should think that Krishna has given these things to me, these abilities, these hands and legs. If he wants, he can take this away at any moment. So while I have it, let me, as much as possible, I can use it in Krishna's service. So that's the principle of Yukta Vairagya. कायेन वाचा मनसेन्द्रियार्वा बुद्ध्यात्मना मनुस्त्रा स्वभावत् करोति यद् यद् सकलं परस्मै नारायणेति समर्पयेत्. This verse says that in accordance with the particular nature that we have acquired in this conditioned life, we should offer our kayana, our body, vacha, our words, manasa, our mind, indriya, our senses, buddhi, our intelligence, and atmana, our consciousness to Krishna, saying this is for the pleasure of Krishna. So if somebody has a nice voice, they can use their voice for singing Krishna's glories. If we have been given tongue, the tongue should be used to always chant Hare Krishna and speak about Krishna. If we have good intelligence, we should be studying Shastras and teaching others. Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, one who studies Bhagavad Gita worships me with his intelligence. And if somebody has artistic talents, they can make, dresses for Krishna or jewelry or decorate the temple. If somebody has wealth, they can use their, wealthy person may not have time, but they can use their wealth for Krishna's service, for building the temple or for preaching or distribution of prasadam, like that. Money, we say, is money will anyways go. Either you leave it or it leaves you. Right? Money leaves you means that some thief will steal it, or it will go wasted in some expenses, hospital expenses or accidents like that. And you leave it means you die, and everything will be left behind, money and property and everything. So the real wealth along with us is the wealth of Krishna Bhakti, Krishna Prem, transcendental pious credit, Krita Punya Punja, as we were discussing. So we should work on building our spiritual bank balance, and that we can do whatever we have been given, we should use it in Krishna's service. So Dhenukasur mentality was, I will enjoy these fruits, right? But the cowherd boy's mentality was, let us offer these fruits to Krishna and Balaram. And that's why we see that because of this mentality, the cowherd boys, they are very jolly. They are playing and dancing and frolicking with Krishna all day long. But Dhenukasur is working hard like a donkey. So if we want to be joyful like cowherd boys, we should give up this proprietorship mentality, I, me, and mine, and engage everything we have in Krishna's service. Okay, so we have to be akinchana. Akinchana means that this consciousness that I am a beggar. I am totally dependent on Krishna. I have no power, no ability, no strength. And if we are in this mood of akinchana, only then we can approach Krishna with sincere feelings. Like Kunti Maharani says, Janma Ishwarya Shruta Shabir Edhaman Madapuman Nevartya Bedatumai Tvam Akinchana Kocharam. Those who are proud of their janma, their birth, Aishwarya, their wealth, Shruta, their learning, and Shri, their beauty, they cannot approach Krishna with sincere feelings. You know, and Krishna is very favorable to those who are humble and meek. Deenera adhik daya kare Bhagavan, kulina pandita dhanera bada abhiman. Hmm? Humble and meek will inherit the kingdom of God. So after reading all the shastras, doing so much seva, going to all the dhams, chanting so many rounds for many, many years, attending so many lectures, one should conclude that I understand nothing. I know nothing. I am a tiny, insignificant jiva. I have no love for Krishna. Everybody is so much more advanced than me, but I have no love for Krishna. This denya bhav should come. That is the conclusion of all the shastras. But the opposite happened in the case of Roma Harshan Sutta. When Balramji was on a pilgrimage, because he didn't want to take sides. When two devotees are fighting, the the other devotees should not take sides of any party. So Balramji is showing by example. He did not want to take sides of Pandavas or Kauravas. So he went on a pilgrimage and he came to Naimisharanya. And there were so many Brahmanas and sages who were there sitting for the Bhagavatam class that Roma Harshan Sutta was about to give. Roma Harshan Sutta was sitting on the Vyasasan and all the Brahmanas and sages, they were sitting, and when Balramji came, all of them got up except for Roma Harshan Sutta. All of them paid their obeisances and respects to Balramji, but Roma Harshan Sutta, he was a direct disciple of Vyasadeva and he did not consider it appropriate for him to stand up and offer honor to Balramji. So Balramji, he is the original guru and he wanted to show an example for all time to come. And Balramji, he spoke these words to Roma Harshan Sutta. Balram is saying, because this fool born from an improperly mixed marriage sits above all these Brahmanas and even above me, the protector of religion, he deserves to die. Although he is a disciple of the divine sage Vyas and has thoroughly learned many scriptures from him, including the law books of religious duties and the epic histories and Puranas, all this study has not produced good qualities in him. Rather, his study of scriptures is like an actor's studying his part, for he is not self-controlled or humble and vainly presumes himself a scholarly authority, though he has failed to conquer his own mind. The very purpose of my descent into this world is to kill such hypocrites who pretend to be religious. Indeed, they are the most sinful rascals. So Balramji is saying that Roma Harshan Sutta's studying of scriptures and giving a class is just like an actor who is memorizing his lines or his dialogues in a play and speaking in a class. He has not internalized any of these teachings of scriptures. So Balramji is showing us, telling us that if you are not humble, even though you may be a great scholar of scriptures, if you don't have good character, if you don't have respect towards others or humility in your heart, then it's all useless. It is all in vain. Srila Prabhupada said to one person, what is the use of speaking high philosophy without good character? So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, once he told Sanatan Goswami was visiting him in Jagannath Puri. Sanatan Goswami had some skin disease and he had a lot of boils on his skin. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had called him for lunch. So instead of going through a shorter route from in front of the Jagannath Puri temple, Sanatan Goswami took a long route through the a very hot sandy beach, and he got a lot of boils in his feet because of that. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he understood Sanatan Goswami, and he told him, यद्यपि तुम्हें होए जगत पावन तोमा स्पर्श पवित्र होए देव मुनिगण तथापि भक्त स्वभाव मर्यादा रक्षण मर्यादा पालन होए साधुरा भूषण. He told Sanatan Goswami, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, that my dear Sanatan, although you are the deliverer of the entire universe, and although even the demigods and great saints are purified by touching you, it is the characteristic of a devotee to observe and protect Vaishnava etiquette. Maintenance of Vaishnava etiquette is the ornament of a devotee. Maryada palan hoy sadhura bhushan. The ornament, the decoration, the makeup that makes a devotee beautiful in the eyes of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Maryada palan, the observance of Vaishnava etiquette, Vaishnava qualities. Amanitvam, adamvitvam, ahimsa, shantir arjavam. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, humility, pridelessness. Titikshava karunika surida sarvadehinam ajat shatrava shanta sadhava sadhu bhushana. These are the sadhu bhushana. These are the ornaments of a devotee. His qualities of tolerance and merciful nature, being friendly to all living entities, and not having anybody as his enemy, and shanta, peacefulness, and abiding by the scriptures. All of these make the devotee look beautiful in the eyes of Krishna, makes one dear to Krishna. So Balramji, he knows that this Romaharshan Sutta, he's sitting on the Vyasasana and he has so much pride in him, and he's going to infect all the audience. So he must die. So which means that as a devotee, especially if we are a leader and if we are representing Vyasdev, we should be following proper Vaishnava etiquette. Following the rules and regulations. We have been given 4 regulative principles, chanting at least 16 rounds, and having the mood of servant of the servant, dasa dasa no das, not being hypocritic. Balramji, he saw that hypocrisy in Romaharshan Sutta and this pride. So he took a single blade of kusha grass and he touched Romaharshan Sutta's body, and that was enough to end his life. Romaharshan Sutta was dead. So one devotee I was hearing in class, and he said that Balramji also had Duryodhan as his disciple. Duryodhan was so wicked, so cruel. He's Kali personified. So many times he tried to kill the Pandavas. But Balramji, he's not so much interested in killing Duryodhan, because he knows that if Krishna is on the side of the Pandavas, Duryodhan will be finished. But Balramji, he killed Romaharshan Sutta. Now Duryodhan, he was not following 4 regulative principles. He was not doing any bhajan. But Romaharshan Sutta, he was following 4 regulative principles. He was absorbed in the study of the scriptures day and night. But in the eyes of Balramji, he deserved to be killed immediately. Why? Because Duryodhan was not posing himself to be a spiritual leader. Duryodhan was just a spoiled brat of a rich father. But he never took Vyasasana. Romaharshan Sutta, on the other hand, he claimed to be a sadhu, elevated Brahmana, claiming to be a guru of the Brahmanas. So one who claims to be a leader or guru, he must have perfect character. Like Guru Nasa Syad, Swajano Nasa Syad, Pita Nasa Syad, Janani Nasa Swat. This Rishabdev says that one who has taken the position, one should not become a guru, one should not become a father, a mother, or husband unless they can deliver their dependents from the cycle of birth and death. Because yad yad acharati shreshtas tatta devata rujana. Whatever action a great man performs, common men will follow. So to be in a leadership position is a very big responsibility. So Romaharshan Sutta, he was dead, and all these sages and the Brahmanas, they were very shocked, and they cried out to Balaram, "Oh Balaram, we just gave benediction to Romaharshan Sutta that he would have a long life, and you have killing Romaharshan Sutta, you cancelled all our benedictions." So Balramji, he said, "Okay, I will do whatever you say, O sages. With my power, I can bring back Romaharshan Sutta to life." But these sages say that no, whatever you have done is perfect, but do something that our benediction will also hold true. So Balramji said that the father lives through the son, and Romaharshan Sutta has a son, Ugrashrava. I will transfer all the blessings that you gave to Romaharshan Sutta to his son. And so this Romaharshan Sutta's son, he is actually Sutta Goswami, and he got all the blessings from Balramji, and he is the one who then replaced Romaharshan Sutta, and he would speak Srimad Bhagavatam to the sages of Naimisharanya that we hear in Srimad Bhagavatam. So we see that sometimes Balramji becomes angry, right? But Lord's anger is not like our anger. His anger is transcendental, out of love and compassion for the welfare of everyone. Romaharshan Sutta, dying at the hands of Balramji, he actually got a higher destination. If Balramji would not have killed him, would have ignored him, and he would have continued to be hypocritic, full of pride, he would have gone to hell. But Balramji, he elevated him to a higher destination by killing him. So there are other such instances where Balramji apparently becomes angry, right? One time Kauravas they captured Samba, and Balramji went there to rescue him, and they didn't agree to it, and so Balramji he was dragging Hastinapur into water through his plow. And one time he was drinking Varuni and he asked Yamuna to come, but Yamuna refused, and so Balram, he split Yamuna into tributaries. He became angry at Yamuna. And Rukmi also, he was cheating with Balramji in a dice game when there was marriage of Anirudh going on, and Balram became very angry and he hit Rukmi on his head with his gada, and he immediately died at the spot. And the king of Kalinga, who was laughing while all this was going on, Balramji broke all his teeth. So like that, sometimes Balram becomes angry. Apparently, he becomes angry. But the same Balramji, when he comes in Kalyug as Lord Nityananda Prabhu, right? He takes the most humble position. He is going to sinful people like Jagai and Madai, and he's begging at their feet to take the holy name of Krishna. And if they are proud like Romaharshan Sutta, Balramji took a kusha grass and touched Romaharshan Sutta and he died. They say Nityananda Prabhu is taking that kusha grass, that piece of grass, and putting it in between his teeth with all humility and tears of compassion. He's rolling on the ground and begging them, please take the name of Krishna, take the name of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and you will be my life and soul. भज गौरांगो कहो गौरांगो लहो गौरांगेरो नाम रे जय जना गौरांगो भजे সে হয় আমার প্রাণ রে ভজ গৌরাঙ্গ কহ গৌরাঙ্গ লহ গৌরাঙ্গের নাম রে. He's begging everybody to take the name of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ordered him and Haridas Thakur to go village to village, door to door, and ask people to chant names of Krishna. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ordered, सुनो सुनो नित्यानंदा सुनो हरिदास सर्वत्र मारा आज्ञा ए करो ए प्रकाश प्रति घरे घरे किया करो ए भिक्षा बोलो कृष्णा भजो कृष्णा करो कृष्णा शिक्षा. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was giving them the order, go door to door and beg to everyone. Bolo Krishna, please chant the name of Krishna, bhajo Krishna, worship Krishna, karo Krishna shiksha, teach others to follow Krishna's instructions. Krishna is your mother, Krishna is your father, Krishna is your treasure of life. Krishna Mata, Krishna Pita, Krishna Dhana Pran, Nadiya Godrume Nityananda Mahajan. So Nityananda Prabhu made this order of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as his life and soul, and he became a beggar. And Nityananda Prabhu, he doesn't want anything from you. He wants to give you the highest wealth. Now, what kind of beggar is that? If a beggar comes to you and say, I beg you to please take these $1 million or this 24-carat diamond ring. Please, I beg you to take this. Have you ever met such a beggar like that? And that was Nityananda Prabhu. He was begging. He was giving everybody Krishna Prem, which is the highest, that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is giving us the highest wealth. This Golokera Prem Dhan Hari Nam Sankirtan. Krishna Prem in the mood of Gopas and Gopis in Vrindavan. And Nityananda Prabhu is so merciful, right? He is intoxicated with love for Krishna. Prema Matta Nityananda Kripa Avatar Uttama Dham Kichu Na Kare Vichar. So one who is intoxicated, he doesn't know what he's doing, and he can give out his wealth indiscriminately to anyone, everyone. He's not seeing any qualification or disqualification in anybody. He's giving it out indiscriminately. So that was Nityananda Prabhu. And that should be the mood of the preacher. Preacher should be always in the mood of a beggar. Beggar should not be proud, right? Beggar is always humble to give Krishna to others. A preacher should think, I am sitting on this Vyasasana, I am preaching only because I want to please Krishna and Guru. And Prabhupada writes in Nectar of Devotion, the mood of the preacher. The author of Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu, Srila Rupa Goswami, very humbly submits that he is just trying to spread Krishna consciousness all over the world, although he humbly thinks himself unfit for this work. That should be the attitude of the preacher of Krishna consciousness movement. We should never think that we ourselves as great preachers, but should always consider that we are simply instrumental to the previous acharyas, and simply by following in their footsteps we'll be able to do something for the benefit of suffering humanity. A preacher is just like a postman, right? They're delivering the letter as they have gotten from their guru to others. So preacher should be in a very humble mood, in the mood of a beggar, like Nityananda Prabhu, begging everybody, please take the name of Krishna, please come to our home programs. Srila Prabhupada, he was an empowered servant of Balaram and Nityananda Prabhu, and he was very humble. In Sweden, Prabhupada was giving a lecture, and he was talking about four classes of men. Like there is Brahmana, who's a first class man, Kshatriya, second class, Vaishya, third class, and Shudra, fourth class. And he was giving this lecture to a bunch of university students. And as soon as this lecture was finished, a student, he stood up in the front of the class and he said to Prabhupada, of course, you think you are first class men. That's why your followers, they offer you flowers and you're sitting on a high seat. So like that, he was very rude, and he said this, and everybody was shocked, and there was dead silence. And Prabhupada, he broke the silence. He said, no, I am not first class man. I'm a fifth class man because I'm the servant of everyone. Srila Prabhupada, he never took any credit for his many successes. He would always acknowledge his spiritual master. Prabhupada says, whatever is being done is not account of my intelligence or endeavor, but because I am just an instrument in the hands of my spiritual master. He is the power behind me. So he will always give all the credits to his spiritual master and to Krishna. Krishna is the one who is dictating to me the purports. Krishna is the one who made me speak in a lecture. So nothing, there is no glories to me, all glories to my Guru and Krishna. So in this Balaram Jayanti, we can pray to Lord Balaram to also make us devoid of all false pride, false ego, and make us a humble servant of Guru and Krishna, always serving in the mode of a beggar. So with that, I will stop here. If anybody has any comments, they can add. Thank you.
It's a very nice class, Mataji. Thank you so much. Very nice class.
Thank you, Mataji.
Nice description of Balaram's pastime. Anarthas. Okay, so anybody has any comments?
I've got one doubt, Prabhuji. Romarshan Sutta is a great saint, and he is he's in a very high position, and in spite of that, Balaram just kills him. Because he has, I don't know why he kills him. That's the thing I wanted to ask you.
Yeah, so as I mentioned that, when we are taking a leadership position or we are sitting on Vyasasana, we are supposed to be of exemplary character. And as I mentioned, Balramji didn't kill Duryodhan, but he killed Romaharshan Sutta because he was showing hypocrisy. So he was also saying, I also mentioned that when we are sitting on Vyasasana, if we have some anartha, then we infect others also. Yad yad acharati shreshtas. If we are in leadership position, others will follow us. If we are proud, others would think that, being proud is okay because this leader is also doing this thing. I can also do this thing, right? So it is a very responsible position to be in a leadership position. So, like we say, Krishna, he's Patita Pavan, but he's not Kapati Pavan. Means he can deliver the fallen like Jagai and Madai, and so many people who are sinful or who have anarthas. Krishna can be merciful to them, but he is not merciful to those who are hypocritic, kapati. He does not like kapati people who show themselves as something different and inside they're different. So whatever we think is whatever we speak, and whatever we speak is whatever we should do. It should all be in I mean uh,
Harmony.
in alignment. Our body, mind, and words should be in alignment. Otherwise, Krishna would not be merciful to us. Prabhuji, you can add anything if you would like to Mataji's
Yeah,
question.
anybody who's sincerely trying to become pure, they may not be pure, but if they're trying to sincerely become pure, they can, yeah, they should be allowed to speak also.
Yes, yes, but yeah, not that they're thinking of their pure devotees, but they should know where they are. See, they should be in a humble mood, right? Humble mood is I have so many anarthas in me. This class is for my own purification first, right? Not that I am a pure devotee already and I know so much and I have to teach others. Everybody's fallen. I am superior. That was the mood of Maharshi Sutta.
Okay. Okay, Mataji. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Before giving class, we can say, like, whatever I'm going to say, I'm also trying to follow. It's a disclaimer because the people may not think that, yeah, this person is such a great devotee. He is some completely surrendered to Krishna. Like,
Yeah, correct.
give a
I will say
disclaimer.
that in front in
Yeah.
beginning of my class. Yeah,
No, I mean, we can, I'm not saying you have to say, but
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, more thing is we should feel like that from because Krishna knows our heart, right?
correct. Yeah, so
Hare Krishna Mataji.
they say to speak the
Thank you,
philosophy is
Thank you,
easy.
Mataji.
To speak is easy, right? But to walk the talk is difficult. To
Mhm.
talk is easy, but to walk the talk is difficult. So,
Correct.
as you are saying, we have to internalize the philosophy. So, from the head to the heart. So that's the basically the idea. Okay, yeah, and yeah, Preeti was saying, what's
Yes,
yours?
Prabhu. I was.
Yeah,
Hare Krishna Mataji. It was really nice lecture, Mataji. And I learned few things I like that. That you were saying that what kind of mood while chanting you have to offer a best food to Krishna. Like it's not like that you give an example of a salt. So I was thinking that a kind of a confusion. Like we see that we initially a lot of anarthas in the heart. So there is a possibility there will be no bhav coming while chanting. So you are saying that if someone can just chant for many lifetime, but we don't get the Krishna. And on the other side, we say that okay, if you don't have bhav, we do chanting, um, and then the purification comes, and when the heart will purify, then the bhav will come. So how will we understand this? That I mean, if someone says that okay, if it's there, if I don't have bhav, and if I chant for many lifetime, if I don't get the Krishna prema, then why should I chant? So, how will we understand this one?
Mhm. Yeah. So this verse was quoted Bahu Janma Kare Yadi Shravana Kirtan Tabuta na Pai Krishna Pade Prem Dhan. If we are doing offenses while chanting, we will not get Krishna Prem. One of the offenses is to be inattentive while chanting. So we should observe our mind where our mind is going, and we should always endeavor to bring it back to the lotus feet of Krishna. So yato yato nishchalati manaschanchala sthiram. If we let the mind go wherever it wants to go, we are not putting any endeavor in chanting nicely, or maybe hearing some lectures to increase our bhav for Krishna or understand the glories of the holy name. This is all our endeavor that we can put in to try to chant nicely, and Krishna likes that endeavor. So that's called nama bhas chanting. So that is in our hands. The bhav emotions, they would come at a higher stage, but what is in our hands is we try to focus on Krishna, and when Krishna is pleased with us, he will give us those higher bhavs. So that is what we should do on our part, not that we inattentively, mechanically keep on chanting. That would not produce much result. It will take, that will not give us Krishna prem. It can fulfill our material desires or other things, because that comes in the category of nama prad.
Okay. So it says that, like, holy name of the Lord is like a fire. If you touch the fire, either you knowingly or unknowingly, it will get the effect.
Yeah, to that
So
effect, in Bhagavatam it says your karma can be destroyed, but you will not get Krishna prem.
same one. Okay.
Yeah, your karma can be destroyed definitely by chanting holy name, even unknowingly. Sanketyam Parihasimva Stobanam, even jokingly, entertainment wise, you. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I like that one. And yes, you're saying that few the demons which are killed by Balram is the part that unearthas one has to make endeavor to get out of that.
Correct.
Yeah. And other thing that you have mentioned, I had the question like Shama Karuna Mataji was asked that just by reading the scriptures or just learning all these, it doesn't make you purify, right? We say that with the scriptures reading it leads to purification of the heart, but one has to be listen or hear submissively, right? Submissively and with attention, full attention. That makes difference, and that creates like a purification, not just being a scholar. That's what I understood. Is that correct?
Yeah, internalizing those teachings, whatever we have heard or read, and contemplating on it, Shravanam, Mananam, Nididhyasan.
Mm.
And then ultimately knowing all the scriptures should make you humble, that as I have so many anarthas in me. See, we try to find faults in others. These people have so many anarthas. They should work on this class is for them. They should hear this class. But that thought even should not come to us. We should be focusing on so much of our faults. When faults in others misguide you, delete you, introspect, find faults in yourself, right? So that should be the point of that should make us very danya. And so many acharya songs that we hear, Narottam Das Thakur, Bhakti Vinod Thakur, you can see that they have this danya bhav, that I am so fallen. I always am thinking of sense gratification. I've wasted my life. I have no love for Krishna. So we should think that everybody is ready. Everybody will go back home, back to God in this one lifetime. Only I will remain, because I am not a pure devotee. I am so very lowly and fallen. Others are more advanced than me. So that should be the mood that comes to us automatically in our heart. Not that we find ourselves to be superior to this person or that person. That's what I was saying. Yeah.
Yeah. He's saying that if you are not perfect, then be humble. And once you become humble, you become perfect.
Correct. Yes. Yes.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you so much. It's very nice.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Nice class. So one of the things I wanted to clarify, right? So we say in Ramayana, Lakshman served Lord Ram, right? Where during the 14 years he was not sleeping. And did Lord Ram give him the boon that in next life I'll come, you will come as my elder brother and I'll serve you, something like that?
Yeah, that was because Lakshman was having a very difficult time. He had to do some services out of his will, by very putting stone on his heart, because one thing he asked Sita Mata to go through the fire once she was rescued from Ravan's kingdom, because Lord Ram says she has to prove her chastity. So he had to build this fire where he asked, Sita. It was he didn't want that, and of course, who can doubt Sita Mata's chastity? But that was all a pastime because the real Sita had to come out of the from the fire god, right? It was Maya Sita, but that was Lakshman did not like that. Second, last thing is Lord Ram asked Lakshman because he had heard from that washerman or something where he was at night, Lord Ram was going through the kingdom and he heard that Lord Ram allowed Sita to be staying in some other person's house. I cannot do that with you. He was talking to his wife. So Lord Ram, he asked, Lakshman to take Sita and put her in the Valmiki's ashram, and all when she was pregnant, and Lakshman was given that service. So he did not like that. He said, next time I will not take any orders from you. I'll come as an elder brother, so I don't have to follow your orders, which against my liking.
Okay, so Lakshman said wanted to come as an elder brother. Okay.
Correct. Yes. Is that right, Premsana Prabhu? Would you like to add something?
Yeah, that's why he said, yeah, as a younger brother, I have to do many things. Yeah, what you said is correct.
Okay. Thank you.
Also, I was thinking like Duryodhan also tried to kill the Pandavas, right?
Yeah.
Serious
Yeah.
offense.
Yeah. Balramji is teaching Duryodhan club fighting.
Yeah, and then also he was in the Lakshagraha also. He was trying to.
Yeah, and he also wants Subhadra to marry Duryodhan.
And of course, Romarshan Sutta had pride in his heart, but isn't trying to kill a Vaishnava and harming the devotees of the Lord and killing them, it's more of a sin than having pride in the heart and not offering respects to Balram, right? He didn't offer respects to Balram. For that he killed, but what Duryodhan was doing, he was trying to, he killed he poisoned Bhim, right?
Yeah, correct.
And then,
yeah. So, so what the lectures that I heard, they said that Balram knows that because Krishna is on the side of the Pandavas, definitely Duryodhan will be killed by Krishna's arrangement. I don't need to do. And then he did not take sides, right? And yeah.
But he was kind of favoring Duryodhan, right?
So to that aspect, one devotee was saying, just like Bhishma, who took the side of the Kauravas just to show the world that even if I am as powerful as Bhishma, but if I am on the wrong side, I will be defeated. Same thing they said for Balramji. Balramji wanted Subhadra to marry Duryodhan, but Krishna did not like that. So even if Balramji, great personality, who is Supreme Lord himself, is on the wrong side, but whatever Krishna desires is what will happen. Yeah, otherwise how can we explain that he's teaching Duryodhan?
Also to create, that's one point, and another to create some excitement. Pastime also, maybe he's disagreeing with Krishna.
Right. Yeah, I mean, you're saying Duryodhan is trying to kill Pandavas and Balramji is teaching Duryodhan, to fight. So that's.
So if Balram represents, somebody may say, well, if Balram represents Guru, he's basically doing things he's helping those who are trying to harm the devotees.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a difficult question. Yeah, because he should represent exemplary character. Although Guru is he's not partial, right? He does not discriminate like Nityananda Prabhu also does not giving his.
Why didn't Balram give Duryodhan spiritual education? He was teaching him how to fight, but as a guru, if he would have given him spiritual education, then he would not have, somebody. I'm just saying that from somebody's point of view, the guru is meant to give spiritual education to give up envy, but Duryodhan was always continuously envious, right? Throughout we see he was continuously envious of the devotees. So, how?
Yeah, that's right. So envy is also big in Artha, and
But I
as
think the pastime has to go on. Otherwise, if Duryodhana becomes right, how will the whole Leela happen? That's also there. Right? How Kurukshetra war will be fought, and well, Krishna can change anybody, but sometimes Krishna also doesn't fails to. Even Krishna tried to convince Duryodhana,
mm,
but he could not convince him. Right, to give 5 villages.
yeah,
So that's also
probably that was a Leela only. Because what is that Krishna cannot do? But he wanted that Leela to happen of
like
no.
Bhishma. Yeah, with Bhishma also, right? He was trying to convince Yudhishthir that this all these people died because he was thinking they died because of me. Krishna was saying no, this it's not because of you, but Yudhishthir was not getting convinced. Then Bhishma. So maybe that's Leela. Yeah. Okay, but it seems like if Nityan Prabhu came to Romaharshan Sutta,
Mm.
then he would not have killed him.
Oh yeah, because I mean, Nityananda Prabhu, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu, they want to destroy the demons within our heart. They don't want to kill. That's what they said, right? So with the weapon of the holy name, they destroy the demons within our heart.
And Balram killed so many demons. We don't see even one person that was killed by Nityan Prabhu, right? So even the same personality, right? So
Chaitanya
of course he
Mahaprabhu
killed,
also did not kill any.
didn't kill any demon. Yeah, correct. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu didn't kill anybody. He he. I mean, people got reactions for the Vaishnava Prad,
Mm.
like, but then
He
he
forgave them also at
forgave
what is
them
that
also.
place? Kuladvip.
Kulyagram, Koladvip or
Kola.
Kulyagram.
Koladvip. Yeah, even the ones. So Srivas Thakur. Mhm.
That's why Nityan Prabhu's mercy is greater than anybody's. Right? So,
Yeah. And the mode is that of a beggar. He's begging everybody to chant the name of Krishna.
and Nityan Prabhu said, if you have to kill Jagai Madhai, you might kill everybody in this age because everybody is like Jagai and Madhai. This
Mm.
Kali Yuga. But we have not come to kill.
Mm.
We have come to kill the demonic mentality. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had the chakra, he was saying like that.
Mm-hmm.
To kill Jagai, he had taken the chakra.
Mm.
Okay. So leader means anybody who is like preaching is a leader, right?
Mm.
So it applies to everybody.
Yeah, everybody in the ISKCON family is kind of like if a new
Leader.
person comes in, they will get an impression of the whole ISKCON by just behave. Even behavior of one person can destroy the connection of the new person with ISKCON, right? So every person has that uh,
Responsibility.
responsibility because we all representing Prabhupada's ISKCON.
Correct. Yeah. But everybody who comes to ISKCON, it doesn't mean that they are become perfect in like, some time. Everybody has their
Yeah, that's right.
history.
Yeah. Yeah, we all, it's like an hospital. We are all diseased. We're getting better. It will take some time. So others should also be tolerant and again try to find faults in themselves, not in others.
And good qualities will develop automatically when we become genuinely devoted to Krishna. They say like that all the and we endeavor also, but good qualities will come
Mhm.
also as all the bad qualities are because of anarthas. So engaging in devotional service in the with the right attitude and praying to the Lord as you were saying sorry and what is it, sorry and asking the
Asking,
Lord, right?
listening, and
Listening and
thanking.
thanking. Thank you. That's also similar to the four aspects of prayers, right? Glorification, repentance, then asking for some spiritual benefit and gratitude. Right? That's same as
Glorification is missing here. Glorification of the Lord.
glorification of the Lord.
Hmm.
So it's kind of the same. Okay. Okay, so we will stop there.
Yeah, I have to cut some things down because I was